Hey, Roger Martin here from Billings, Montana. This is the first video I've seen. I've looked at quite a few videos, probably a dozen about Noah's Ark. This is the first one that has some real scientific evidence and research underneath it. You know, the Mount Zarephath have been said for a long time to conceal the Noah's Ark. But we're going to talk about some stuff, incredible finds, scientific finds. The media has largely left this out because if this is true, this discovery is true, it means that Noah had great metallurging skills, great building skills, far beyond what we supposed. And this video shows that in its findings. Here goes. Make some comments as we go along. About 500,000 views on this.
The structure, probably in 1959. That year
So they started viewing this in '59 and taking pictures. But there's so much to this scientifically as we move into this. Here
the
goes.
Army took aerial photographs of the area to create more detailed maps, and the captain noticed a strange shape on the slopes of illusion. I do not have any doubt that this.
Now this whole structure here seems to be fossilized and boat-shaped. What is more specifically amazing about this is they think that this is about 7 levels of on this boat, as we'll see in the side photographs here. And there were villages by this, and there were 9 caves and so forth. But as they point out in this was an amazingly incredible ship, as we'll see here in a moment.
This was Noah's Ark. The first part of the analysis was to examine the object and take its measurements. The shape looked like the hull of a ship. One end was pointed as expected from the bow down, and the opposite.
So one end was pointed. This box shape with no point on it is an air, a mythological air. This actually had a pointed bow on it and it could move. The measurements are exactly as recorded in the scriptures. But when we get into the structure, it's even more amazing.
The end was blunt like a stern. The distance from the bow to the stern was 515 feet, or exactly 300 Egyptian elbows. The average width was
300 Egyptian elbows. From your, maybe from your fingertip to your elbow, I don't know. But they have an exact measurement for that.
50 cubits. These were the exact measurements mentioned in the Bible.
75, 50, 340, and 50. He says there were, I don't know how many levels there were here, but you're looking at, and I don't know if this is the same, but we're looking at least 1, 2, 3, 4 levels here. And he said there were 7 levels there, maybe 4 levels in the bow here. But this was not a box shaped. It was more rounded in the bow and pointed in the front of the ship. This is kind of the structure they think it is. So it's a very intricate workmanship and very skilled. This was not open. This was reinforced and very, very incredible. Front of the ship and the back of the ship. And it was not box shaped. This was more oval shaped. Some of the most incredible findings here, and not only the villages by it. I'll give you the full link here and you can watch the full video. Let's see if we can get to this. Actually is incredible laminated plywood that's been petrified. We had no idea that they could laminate wood, yet Noah somehow was able to laminate wood and reinforce and strengthen this massive structure with laminated wood. This is petrified. I kid you not, this is incredible.
Of organic glue. This is the same technology used in modern plywood. Lamination makes the total strength of the wood much greater than the combined strength of the parts.
And look at this ship. We're looking at some type of door here from the side or something, but look at how it's reinforced across here on these beams. And bigger compartments for bigger animals, smaller compartments, pointed in front, almost leaf shape. Incredible find. If that's not amazing enough, we get into some of the metals used here. We're talking about aluminum, iron, and titanium combined. Holy cow!
This suggests a knowledge of construction far beyond what we knew existed in the ancient world. Tests performed by Galbraith Labs in Knoxville, Tennessee, USA, showed that the sample contained more than 0.7% of organic carbon, consistent with fossilized wood. The sample was once living matter. The examination revealed that there was glue oozing in the layers. The exterior of
glue oozing in the layers. Let's go to this thing was incredible. And I think this kind of an image of the front of it, and that there were things going both ways. I don't know exactly how this has been excavated. Let's get to, he said there were 7 layers of 7 levels in this ship. But more amazing was these metals.
An analysis of the metal used to make the rivets revealed that they were a combination of iron.
Now these are rivets that were used in with the wood to hold it together. And listen to this.
Construction do not impress you, this will surely do. An analysis of the metal used to make the rivets revealed that they were a combination of iron, 8.38%, aluminum, 8.35%, and titanium, 1.59%. Remember that these trace metals have survived petrification and therefore do not indicate the exact content in the original material. We know that aluminum was incorporated in the metal mixture because it does not exist in metallic form in nature. This implies an extremely advanced knowledge of metallurgy and engineering.
Quote unquote, an extreme advanced knowledge of metallurgy and so forth. How he combined these things and did it so they wouldn't rust or decompose and had the strength they had is incredible. Holy cow. This is just amazing.
Discovered, some standing, while others lay on the ground. These stones, which weigh many tons, have holes carved into them. Scientists have determined that they were anchors and the holes could have been attached to a ship with hemp rope. The addition of titanium would provide increased strength.
So these are actually anchors in these old ships, and the ship is so massive they are worried about it being capsized from the side, waves from the sides. You'd have to face the waves and cut through the waves, but if the waves hit on the side, you're worried about being capsized. So they use these anchors to keep it from being capsized.
This seems to have worked. The rivets have survived since antiquity. Often these stones had crosses carved in them, for centuries when the pilgrims made the trip.
So these massive stones, my question is, how could you get the stones up and out of the water, or maybe you just left them on the boat outside, and these anchors were constantly floating on the bottom of the boat. They don't say, but they are massive. And these pilgrims to this area, they chiseled crosses into these because there were massive pilgrims groups going over, and they'd mark crosses in this for groups that went to see Noah's Ark.
Trip to visit the Ark. Yes, the Ark was well known in the Middle Ages and even before. And its location was recorded in many historical documents.
This idea of the ship is not accurate. The one we saw before is. This is much more accurate, and where is it? They show right here. They show that this leaf-shaped boat had these massive beams underneath it, and they had these anchors on it all along this thing to keep it from being capsized. So this was massive, and these anchors held here so it wouldn't capsize the boat. You could take it away from the side. And these massive beams all along this hull of the ship held these anchors. I mean, this is an incredible undertaking, astonishing.
Lies a heavy ship and ensure that the bow always faces the looming waves? A heavy ship, like the Ark, could be easily capsized by a wave approaching from the side. This is further proof that Noah's Ark was a reality and that it has in fact been found in Turkey. After Noah's Ark rested, when Dr. Brandenberger examined and expanded the foreign object photographs in Turkey, he also saw hundreds of ancient foundations in the region, suggesting that this might have been the first city established after the flood, as described in the Bible.
Anyhow, there are cities around here, there are bones that were examined. Just amazing. I'll give you the link on this video. But it's obviously that in Turkey by Mount Arafat, this structure exists.
Now its settlement spread.
It's Mount Arafat, but this is actually where it exists here. It's not on top of the mountain. It's slid, but it's somewhere lower on this. This is Iran. This is Turkey. Somewhere in here, Mount Misha, actual Ark landing place right there. So it's not exactly on top of the mountain like Ararat, but it's here. Yeah, we'll end this here. This is very interesting. I'll give you the full link. Over almost 500,000 views. Very amazing. And I think this is a true finding and much more scientific, much more advanced than we ever thought Noah's Ark had been. With metallurgy, with beams, with laminated plywood. Incredible. Holy cow, incredible. This is Raj Mark from Billings, Montana. Have a great day.